me doing certain other things. But welcome back, everyone, to Let's Play 999, 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors. Last time we got into a second part of the story, and that's right, we are trapped in this freezer. So let's see what's in here. I got some meat and some dry ice. Dry ice? Can't you make that stuff cause an explosion if you seal it in something that's airtight? Explode? Yeah, didn't you do that in school? You should never underestimate the power of expanding gas.
Dry ice is just frozen carbon dioxide, right?
Yeah, it is.
I wonder how warm it has to get for it to turn back into gas again.
Hell if I know. How is that gonna help us anyway?
Oh, well, I figured we might be able to use it to get out of here.
Carbon dioxide sublimation point is negative 109 degrees. Any warmer than that, and it'll turn into gas. Any lower, and it becomes a solid.
Oh, how do you know that?
Despite my looks, I'm the the queen of random knowledge.
Looks bad to mess up when you're showing off.
Argle mouth. Yeah, that's what that sounded like.
Oh, you're so cold your mouth's going numb?
Yeah, that's right.
You're just doing that on purpose, aren't you?
Come on, guys. Don't you think that's kind of weird? I wonder why it doesn't turn into a liquid first.
It did seem rather odd.
It is kind of weird.
But it can turn into a liquid. Carbon dioxide turns to liquid if you put it under high enough pressure. But at 1 atmosphere, normal air pressure...
It won't turn into a liquid, right?
That's right. Instead of melting, it'll do what's called sublimating and change immediately from a solid state to a gaseous one.
Mm-hmm. What does any of this have to do with us getting out of here?
Water's a liquid between 32 degrees and 212 degrees. So why isn't that the case for carbon dioxide?
There's a kind of ice that doesn't turn into liquid when it goes above 32 degrees.
Huh?
I heard about it. Its melting point is 96 degrees.
Ice with a melting point of 96 degrees?
You mean there's water that freezes at 96 degrees?
I could use some of that.
Yeah, well, you could also look at it as ice that won't melt until it's 96 degrees.
So what's this ice with a melting point of 96 degrees called?
I heard it's called Ice 9.
Ice 9?
9 again?
Originally, Ice 9 was a made-up substance invented by a science fiction author. But recently, scientists have discovered that such a substance actually exists.
Wait, hold up. So is this thing called Ice 9, or is it water?
Like I said, if the ice is over 96 degrees, it'll be liquid. If it's under that, it'll solidify. So you could think of it as a polymorph of H2O. Here, think of it like diamonds and graphite. They're both made of carbon, right? But depending on the structure of the crystallization, the hardness and structure are completely different.
This is not what I expected when I first started up the game, not gonna lie. I also need to... do a bit of that. A little bit of movie magic. Alright.
So you're saying normal water and this Ice 9 are like that?
Yup. Have you heard the story about the crystallization of glycerin? For 150 years after the discovery of glycerin, people cooled it, warmed it. They did all sorts of things to it. But whatever they did, it never crystallized. However, one day in 1920, some glycerin on its way to England by ship was discovered to have crystallized during the trip. Scientists around the world wanted to research this new crystallized form of glycerin and asked for seeds. Oh, a seed is a sample of the original crystallized substance. With a seed crystal, further crystallization of glycerin would be easy. However, something very strange happened. Not only did the glycerin encouraged by seed crystals begin to crystallize, even the samples nearby did, even though they were tightly sealed. And it didn't end there. After that day, it doesn't matter where in the world it is. All glycerin crystallizes naturally when cooled to less than 64 degrees. Before that day, no matter how glycerin was cooled, it refused to crystallize. But once the crystallization had begun, it was almost like...
Evolution?
It was almost like all the glycerin in the world was communicating. Communicating in some way that we can't sense. And now it's happening everywhere.
Wow, that's pretty interesting. But, what does that have to do with Ice 9?
What she's saying is that it's a lot like Ice 9. What happened, I mean.
A lot like? Oh, that would be bad. If water everywhere started freezing at 96 degrees? Man.
It'd be the end of the world. At any rate, we're not gonna have to worry about the end of the world unless we can get out of here pretty damn quick. Alright guys, I think that's enough of that. I didn't think we'd get quite this far off topic. I mean, I know I'm kinda at fault here, but we can't be screwing around anymore. So seriously, I might go by the name Santa right now, but I didn't grow up in Iceland. I freaking hate the cold. So let's get cracking, alright? We gotta find a way out of here.
Selfish.
Sounds
isn't
good.
he? Ice 9 is interesting and all, but we can discuss it more once we get out of this freezer.
Okay. Well, that was a thing that happened. Frozen chicken. It's really hard. It's frozen stiff. Hey June, can you say that again? Eh? Say it again. It's really hard? Again. It's really hard. Thanks. Something wrong, Junpei? Your face is bright red. Nothing, I'm fine. If it's that hard, you can probably use it as a hammer. Yeah, good point. Maybe we can use it to break something. It's like, say it again. Say it again. Say it again. It's like, dude, chill. There's some frozen meat up there. Looks like pork. Huh? What's this? It looks like a tag or something. A chunk of pork. Junpei, is there a slip of paper in that meat? I think there's something written on here, but I can't read it like this. If we try and pull it out, it'll probably rip. You need to defrost that. Don't think we're gonna be doing that in this room. Everything's frozen in here. Doesn't look like there's anything else interesting. Hey Junpei, didn't you find some dry ice earlier? Yeah. There's warm water coming out of that pipe. Warm water and dry ice. What do you think would happen if we put that stuff in a sealed container together? This thing is covering something. It's frozen solid. I can't flip it over. There's water dripping from this pipe. It looks like when the pipe burst, the water hit the doorknob and froze in place. This water actually seems almost warm. I need a container of some sort. Got some sturdy rope. It's a rope. Well, we could use it to attach something to something else, I suppose. There's so much stuff in here. Why don't we take some of it out, Junpei? A water bottle! Yes, it is. Really? Okay. There isn't anything else that looks useful. There's warm water flowing from the pipe. It's an empty water bottle. Neck is pretty small. I don't think I could fit anything very big in there. Oh! No? No? Let's start off by putting the dry ice into the water bottle. But the dry ice is too big. Well, you gotta figure out a way to make it smaller then, don't you, genius? Can I do it now? Yeah, use the frozen chicken as a hammer to smash up the ice. Okay. Alright, the dry ice is all in pieces now. Then combine that with the water bottle. I'm gonna put these pieces of dry ice into the water bottle. Water bottle with dry ice in it. That's a very specific description there. Not yet, Junpei. We're not gonna get the result we want unless you can hook that bottle doorknob somehow. It's gotta explode right next to the ice on the doorknob. We need to figure out a way to attach the bottle to the doorknob. Okay. Let's just tie a rope on here. Water bottle bomb. That's a good name.
Put water into the bottle with dry ice. And make sure the lid's closed. Now I just have to put this makeshift bomb on the doorknob. Alright, that's set. So, what do we do now?
Take cover.
We just need to give it a little, tap. The bottle's already about to pop. If we just throw a rock or something at it, it'll go off all on its own.
A small rock. Huh. A small rock. Alright, this ought to do the trick.
Ah, some dry ice, huh? Not a bad idea.
Alright, guys, stand back. Actually, we should probably hide somewhere.
Where exactly do you expect us to hide, genius?
There isn't really anywhere big enough.
Yeah, there is. Look, right here. We can hide in there. Come on, get inside, quick. All right, here I go. 3, 4, 5.
3, 4, 5.
You're counting the wrong way.
Oh, oops.
That is a really sad excuse for a joke, man.
Sorry, dude. All right, for real this time. You guys ready?
Teresa!
Whenever you're ready.
Just throw the damn thing.
All right, here I go. 3, 2, 1.
1, 2, 5. Teresa, 3.
Junpei! The ice on the door, is it gone?
Yeah, it's gone.
The blast must have shattered it.
Yes! All right, let's see if it opens.
Hooray! We're out!
Move! Oh, god damn it! Hot, 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 hot! Fuck!
Well, you did just grab the grill. What did you think would happen? Hey, where's Lotus?
Welcome back. I was starting to get tired of waiting for you guys.
What were you doing?
What do you mean, what was I doing? I was waiting.
Taking a nap.
We were gonna die!
Oh, yeah? But you didn't. So everything worked out all right, didn't it?
What the hell?
Just kidding. It might not look like it, but I was really worried.
Oh, don't give me that crap!
I'm telling the truth. I mean, if you died, then I'd be in trouble too. If you died, then I'd be stuck here, and I'd die too. See? I did all I could. I even looked around to see if there was anything I could use to pry open the door. But I couldn't find anything. So, all I could do was wait. I mean, what else did you want me to do? Call the cops?
Fine. But there's one thing I have to ask you.
What's that?
You didn't close the door, did you?
Wait, what? You think I closed the door on you? Why would I do something like that? It closed on its own. I told you before, if you die, then I die too.
Yeah, I guess so. If she had really wanted to kill us, all she had to do was bar the door from the outside. But she didn't. Well, she didn't do anything. She's only lazy, or negligent at least, not an attempted murderer. Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I doubted you.
Oh, yes, well that's all right. As long as you understand.
Hey, no more screwing around, you two. Break time's over. Especially for you, lady. You've just been sitting on that fat ass of yours while we were freezing to death.
How rude! I was plenty busy.
Yeah. How about you put all that energy into something besides bitching? Let's go.
Okay, so we have this frozen pork. And if we throw it onto the grill, guess I'll put this meat on the grill. Hey, what are you doing? What are you going to do with the paper burns? Ah, come on, it'll be fine. I mean, it's not like it's gonna burn right away, right? Just gotta keep an eye on it and the paper will be fine. Well, they can argue all they want. I'm gonna keep an eye on this pork. Ah, cool. Looks like it's about time. I'm gonna try taking the paper out. Junpei, be careful. Sweet of her to care, but I know what I'm... Ouch! See? I told you. Hey, what the hell are you doing? Hurry up and take the paper out. It's not coming out. This thing's frozen stiff. I can't get it out. So are we gonna have to cut the meat? Yeah, it looks that way. Alright, now that I've sharpened the knife... Yes, I cut the pork. Awesome, Junpei! Now we can cut out the paper. C plus 10 plus F. Pork notes. C plus 10 plus F. Do you think it's some kind of code? Damn it, they're just screwing around! Junpei, do you know what C and F stands for? You think it maybe means corporate finance? I thought it was clever and funny. C is 12, F is 15. 12 plus 15 is 27, plus 10 is 37. This is probably where you're supposed to enter the password. Maybe if we put in the right number, it'll open the door. Junpei, maybe the note you found earlier? Yeah, I know. Do you know how to enter those numbers? I think E is for enter and C is for clearing. So basically when I'm ready to submit my answer, I press E. So if I screw up, I just press C, right? I'll just nodded. Alright, let's give it a shot. I'm thinking actually it won't be 37, but... Okay. 12, 10, 15. No? Wait, what? Huh? This is weird. Hey, you're just punching in random numbers, aren't you? Maybe if you just enter it like it said in the hint. Ah, shut up. Just shut up! C plus 10 plus F. I'm confused. C plus 10 plus F. Is there more to it? Junpei, where do you think you're going? I was just thinking to check to see if we missed anything in the freezer. Why would we have missed anything? We searched that whole damn place. We put our lives on the line, man. Yeah, I guess you're right. I don't need to go back there. Wow, Junpei, you can reach really high. Yeah, I can jump pretty high. Here we go. Okay. I don't know what that accomplished. Man, this pork smells good. Mmm. C plus 10 plus F. Oh! That's right. Ten is 16. So it's 12 plus 15 plus 16. Ugh. Okay. 10 plus 15... No, 12 plus 15 is 27. Plus 16 is 40... 43. Yep. Sounds like metal's falling. Well, I guess that went well. Yeah, the door opened. Good job, Junpei. We got the Saturn key card. This looks like a lowercase h, but the line through it is throwing me off. This is the symbol for Saturn. Remember? There was an elevator next to the main staircase. Wasn't there a mark like this on the card reader next to it? Oh yeah, I remember that. I guess that means that card ain't gonna help us get out of this room then. I'm not sure. Why don't we try it out? Well, I mean, if it's not that, then we are stuck forever. Okay. Yes! I think it's unlocked now. You did it, Junpei. Let's get out of here. Yes, let's go. You found it! So you're finally able to escape the kitchen. Thank God.
I think we've been here before.
the elevators are over there, so that means...
We went into the kitchen through that door and came out on this side.
That means the map was right.
Looks like.
Then let's use it to plan our next move.
Next move?
Yeah, we need to decide where to go from here, don't we?
He's right. Let's get started.
From the looks of it, there are 4 possible routes. Let's just keep it simple and call them A, B, C, and D. First, A and B.
They both seem to connect to a room that looks L-shaped.
Yeah, there were 2 doors.
Hmm.
But they were both locked. We couldn't open them.
Now, route C. This goes all the way to the main staircase.
That means it's door 5, one of the numbered doors.
Then do you think we would meet up with the other 4 after this hallway?
No, I don't think we will.
Why not?
Look, there by the stairs. See how the gate is opened? When we went into the kitchen, it was closed. But it's open now. What do you think that means?
They probably
They
came
opened
through.
it.
Most likely.
And if we take route C, we're going backwards.
That would be pointless.
Then that means...
Route D, then.
D it is.
Yep, Route D.
Then we're set.
And then they all fall down the stairs and break their necks.
Everything looks okay here.
Bad end.
Let's check the next deck just to be sure.
Yeah, just like I thought. D-deck is totally underwater.
Okay, so we're about to meet up back into the main path again. And from here we went the 8th door. So we need to go to a different
Just
door.
like the
this time.
bottom of the central staircase.
At least the water level hasn't really changed.
Small comfort.
May as well head back to C deck.
What else is here?
There are 2 elevators over there at the top of the stairs. Just like the floor above.
Hold on. These are kind of different. See? There's a card reader on the side.
Marker.
Another strange mark.
Hey, look! It's Lotus's symbol.
Huh?
See? It's the woman symbol with horns on it.
See, it was funny when we had 7 with us, but with Lotus with us, I feel like we're just gonna get smacked in the face.
That seems like... Oh, ouch, 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 ouch!
What was that about the mark again?
Nothing.
This is a Mercury symbol. The horns symbolize the wings on Hermes' staff.
Hermes, herpes, whatever. If we can't get this thing to work, these elevators aren't going anywhere.
In other words, we need a key card with the Mercury symbol on it.
Probably.
I guess we can't get on then. Let's just disregard the elevators for now.
How about this hallway on the left?
Whoa, there's so many doors.
Damn it. If we try and search all these, the sun's gonna go down before we've done half of them.
I think the sun already set.
I have a feeling this ship is the only thing that's going to be going down anytime soon.
That's even worse.
Well, we can come back to
What
this
about the
hallway
moon?
later. Let's check the hallway on the other side, shall we?
Time to head back to the stairs.
And now the right hallway.
There are doors here too. Well, I guess it's just 4 this time.
Let's open them.
All right, let's start with this one. Huh, It isn't locked. I'm going to open it.
And we find ourselves in the hospital room.
What?
What the hell is this? This place is huge.
Oh, there are beds everywhere.
Is this a hospital?
It definitely has the smell.
Could be. I see medicine cabinets and surgical tools.
Hey, look there. The 4 doors at the end.
3, 7, 8, and a blank door.
The left door says 3. The second door is blank, but the third has a 7. And the rightmost door is 8. There's no doubt. They're numbered doors.
Why is the second door blank? That seems kind of strange, don't you think?
No point worrying about it right now. Let's see if these will open first.
There are numbered doors, you idiot.
Yes, that sounds like a good plan.
And to no one's surprise, they, once again,
It's no use.
will not open.
Well, of course. If it was that easy to open these doors, what would be the point of the notary game? We have to activate the red, or the numbered doors won't... Wait a minute.
What's wrong?
Look, the display on the red. There's nothing on it.
Huh?
Don't you remember? The red at the central staircase? If no one was inside, it said vacant.
Oh yeah, you're right.
But this one...
Says nothing.
There's nothing on it.
Right?
I wonder if it's broken.
Only one way to find out.
Let's make sure everyone tries. Just to make sure.
It's not responding.
How about the red on door 7? And door 3?
None of them are working.
What does it mean?
I knew it. They're broken. Zero sure sucks at maintenance.
No, that's impossible. You really think Zero, who prepared all of this, would make such a stupid, simple mistake?
Maybe, but that doesn't explain why this thing ain't working.
I believe the bottom of the device has been removed.
Oh, hey, Snake.
Snake!
Ace. 7.
Ace,
Clover.
7!
How did you guys...
She's
How
not
did
dead
you end up
anymore. Yay.
That's my line?
Perhaps we should exchange information.
Okay, I think this is where it meets up.
There you have it. Our half of the story.
No, I guess not.
Okay, let me see if I got all this straight. When you guys got here, the bases for the Reds were already gone.
And you looked all over this room, but you couldn't find anything.
So you figured that there might be something in the hallway with all the doors.
So you went and had a look?
Yeah.
And while you were looking around, you heard voices.
Uh-huh. So you followed the voices and came back here.
Indeed. And that was how we found you.
Why don't we check those 3 Reds again, just in case?
You're right. Huh. There's a long, thin gap on the bottom. I think it's a slot for something. Probably electronic.
Well, this isn't good. If the red is inactive, we can't keep going.
Well, what about that hallway over there? Isn't there anywhere else we can go?
No, there isn't. There are plenty more hospital rooms, but nothing else.
Hospital rooms. That's what's behind all those doors?
Yes. There are a number of individual rooms in addition to this large one.
There was a door at the end of the hallway, but it was locked.
There was an astrological symbol engraved near the keyhole, however. I was able to get a good feel of it. I believe it was the symbol of Jupiter.
Not again. Those goddamn things are everywhere.
I wonder what they all mean.
While we're asking what things mean, what's the deal with this room? I mean, I thought this was a cruise ship, but I can't imagine a cruise ship would have a hospital like this.
Well, I figure it's probably a hospital ship. Chances are it's the Gigantic.
The Gigantic?
What is this gigantic?
Okay, now we are back into...
The Gigantic.
No?
She was a sister ship to the Titanic, built in the early 20th century.
I was thinking we could start skipping. Is it because I skip off or whatever?
She was a sister. She ran aground after. Soon enough, the guy wanted the Titanic itself.
Well, while this is running,
Which was impossible.
I will be right
Stuck
back.
at the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean. But the Gigantic wasn't. And seeing as she was identical...
So you're saying this Lord Gordain bought this ship?
Yeah, at least I think I am.
That's impossible. No way we're in some boat that's almost 100 years old.
Pipe down, just pay attention. What, that's it? Well, have you got any proof?
Proof?
Proof that this ship is really the Gigantic.
Well, this ship's got stuff that's like the Titanic and a hospital ship. So, I just figured.
Oh, for goodness. Don't tell me that's your only reason.
No, I've got more.
Like?
Well, I mean... I don't know.
I guess your memory isn't back yet, is it?
Yeah, sorry about that.
Hey, whoa, wait a minute. Memory isn't back?
Yeah.
Your point being?
Wait, was I the only one that didn't know? Why?
Oh, yeah, I guess I didn't tell you, huh? I told the rest of them before we ran into you on the stairs. I told them I couldn't remember a damn thing from before I woke up.
What?
Huh. A bell.
It sounds like the clock in the main stairway. "10, 11, 12. Huh, 12.
It's midnight.
Then we've still got 6 hours left, right?
We don't have any time to screw around. Let's get going. We gotta find the missing parts for the Reds.
What do you mean, find? How on earth do you propose we do that?
We've looked everywhere in this room. That only leaves one place to look.
One?
Well, not just one.
Hmm?
Wait. Don't tell me you mean we need to search all of the other rooms.
Don't freak out. We've already searched 4 of them.
Four rooms?
We just have to split up the rest between the 8 of us. If each of us can do 6 rooms apiece, we'll have the other 48 rooms cleared in no time.
There are 48 other rooms?
Maybe?
Somebody said.
All right, so everyone knows which area they're...
Yeah.
Yes!
We'll all meet up when the clock goes off again. How about in that room with all the beds?
Yeah. Sounds...
I'll shout if I find...
I hope we can.
If we can't,
Right.
Then let's do...
Okay, let's hit the all skip button. I think we've gone over all of this. I don't know why it doesn't say that we've read all of this, but we're gonna go ahead and skip through. If there are minor variations, sue me. Why does it say vacant? Who knows? And then this is the part where we search around for Snake.
No, that's all right. Let's go, June.
Oh. Well, that happened. Alright.
Let's go take a look at the first class. Maybe we should leave her alone.
Yes, I think you're right.
Yeah, she'll just shout and scream at us and... yeah.
Hey, why don't we just leave this area to Ace? We can go somewhere else.
I don't mind. But where?
Well, let's see. Let's go take a look around the casino. I doubt we'd learn anything from him anyway.
Junpei?
No, nothing. Let's go, June. Let's go take a look around the casino.
I'm just circling around to all the places we've already been. Finish. Okay. Looked all over for him, but we couldn't find him. Let's sacrifice a person. Oh, okay.
Wait a minute. Two people get left behind if we split into 5 and 2. And one person is left behind if we split into 3, 3, and 1. I got that part. You can't go through the numbered doors with any less than 3 people. But if we split into 4 and 3, then why do 3 people have to be left behind?
Just run the numbers. Let's say we go through door 7 with 1, 4, 5, 6. Who's left over?
That would be 3, 7, 8.
What's the digital root for that?
3 plus 7 plus 8 is 18, so add 1, 8, 9.
Exactly. But door 9 isn't here, right? That means 3, 7, 8 won't be going anywhere. That was just an example, of course. There are a lot of different combinations, but the result will always be the same. It doesn't matter which 4 it is. The 3 that are left over can't go through any of the doors. Go ahead and calculate it if you have the time. You'll see. Anyway, that's how it is. Now, if we can get back to my proposal. We only have to sacrifice one person.
And then he sacrifices himself. It's interesting because he's not there to stop you from going through door 3. Which, by the way, is totally where we're going.
I want to go through door number 3.
Nope, you can't.
Huh? Why?
Because it's impossible. If we split ourselves into 3 and 3, then we give up on going through door 3.
Why?
The bracelet numbers for the 6 of us are 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 2 combinations that can go through door 3 with 3 people. 3, 4, 5, or 6, 7, 8. That's it. Of course, 2 teams can't go through the same door.
I see. That means one team would get left behind.
That's right.
That doesn't happen if we go through door 7 or 8?
No, they're fine. We've got 3 options. Option A, have 3, 5, and 8 go through door 7, and 4, 6, 7 go through door 8. Option B, 4, 5, and 7 go through 7, and 3, 6, and 8 go through 8. Option C, 3, 6, and 7 go through 7, and 4, 5, and 8 get 8. Those are the only 3 options. That's it.
Interesting.
At least if we want to get all 6 of us out of here.
So it's derivatives of 7, which is where the path branches next.
Wait. But that means 5 and 6 can never be on the same team. If we want all 6 of us to go through a door, then June and I can't go into the same one.
Have you mulled it over enough, or do you need more time? Anyway, that's the deal, so think it over. You've got 2 choices, 7 or 8. You can't choose 3. If you choose 3, you're gonna be leaving 3 people behind to die. So what are you gonna do? 7 or 8? Time to choose.
After thinking it over, his conclusion was... Oh. There's still an option for it, huh?
Sorry, Santa, but I still want to go through door 3.
What? That's nuts! You've got to be crazy! Why the hell are you so obsessed with that door?
I'm just curious about door 3. That's all.
I feel like there might be a dead body behind it.
That doesn't explain shit!
I've got a reason. I'd be happy to explain it to you if you'll just come with me.
Wow, Junpei.
I'm curious about the red. 7, would you mind authenticating for me?
What? Why?
Please, just do it.
Okay.
Happy?
Yeah, thanks. The number 7 has been entered into the red. Next is June. Please touch the red just like 7 did.
Junpei, what are you trying to figure out?
Ah, yep. I think I might have found another way out.
What?
What?
Really?
Now please, June.
Oh, okay.
Junpei, are you trying to kill people? What's happening here?
All right. The only people who haven't authenticated now are Santa, Clover, and Lotus.
3, 4, and 8. 3, 4, and 8.
So, what's your point?
You don't get it. Think about it.
Huh?
What's the sum of your number and Clover's?
12.
And what's the digital root of that?
3.
Which is Santa's number. By the way, Lotus, what's the number that's currently in the red?
7 plus 6 plus 5 equals 18. It would be 9, right?
Yes, and what will the digital root be if you add 3 to that?
3. The door's number.
There you go.
Hey, wait a minute. What the hell are you up to?
I'm not up to anything. I'm just waiting.
Waiting for what?
I'm waiting for the balance to shift. Santa, or Lotus and Clover. Once one of you moves, the others won't have a choice.
Junpei, are you becoming Jigsaw right now? What the hell's going on?
You son of a bitch! You tricked us! Then all that stuff you were going on about is all bullshit!
Bullshit, huh? I don't think so. Didn't I tell you I'd figured out another way to get out of here? This is it.
Why the hell would you do something like this?
Junpei.
You did this just so you could go through the same door as June.
Wow, that's extremely selfish. I see why this goes down that path now.
That's it?
So, who's it going to be? Santa? Or Lotus and Clover?
Shit!
Let's go, Clover.
Huh?
Fuck!
Oh, no, wait!
Ah!
Damn.
This is insane! This isn't right!
Yeah, well, you may be right, but... Go.
Junpei, you son of a bitch.
No.
Sorry, you two.
Bitch, Junpei! This isn't fair! Do you realize what you just did? You leave them out there, and they can't...
Shut it! That's enough! We gotta find the dead or none of this is gonna matter! We got less than a minute left. No time for screwing around. Get moving!
Damn it. You and I are not done yet, bastard!
Is this the path where Santa kills us?
Over there! It's gotta be behind the door!
Damn, it's pitch dark inside.
Can't see a thing!
No, wait. I found it! The dead's right over here! Ugh. What? The floor's slippery!
Hey! What the hell are you doing?
There's something...
Get over there! Quick! Get to the dead!
There it is!
It stopped. It stopped.
I don't think I'll ever get used to doing this.
What the... What the hell is this smell? This is vile. I'm gonna puke.
Oh, you're right. Oh, this is...
Let's get the lights on first. There's a switch over here.
Ew.
Okay, guys, I'm flipping it on.
What?
Hey.
Oh, this is... Looks like an explosion. Just like the Ninth Man. The detonator in his bracelet set off the bomb in his gut.
Oh god. The bone is coming out of his left arm.
It's definitely an open fracture.
The face is the worst.
What's funny? We're replaying the same dialogue.
Can't even tell who it is.
But the clothes are...
Is that... Snake?
Oh my god. Why did this happen?
No! 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 No!
Stop! Calm down. Hey!
Please! Get me out of here! You have to let me out of here!
What the hell?
Why are you doing these horrible things to us? What did we do to deserve this?
This all only goes down one path. So we're stuck.
June, June. Calm down.
No! Get off of me! Let me go! Let me go!
Please, calm down.
I'm so strong and manly.
We're gonna be fine. It's gonna be alright, June. It's going to be okay, Connie. I'll be here with you.
Oh.
Okay?
So that's a way you learn her real name.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Junpei.
Do you feel better?
Yes, but I'd like to stay here. For a little while, at least. Junpei's body is so warm.
We better get to it.
Seek a way out. The shower room. Those letters written in blood. Oh, I didn't even see that. LLR. Do you think that might be some sort of dying message from Snake? No, that's impossible. You saw the body. You aren't doing anything after something like that happens to you. Then this, the way the blood's dried tells you it's real old. Whoever blood this is, it ain't Snake's. And you're saying this blood was put here a long time ago? Yeah. Toilet paper. Some stuff written on it. Toilet paper with some kind of red symbols on it. I think maybe that's a Scytale cipher. A what? What the hell's that? You wrap a piece of paper around a stick, then write several sentences on it so that the whole paper is filled up. Then you unwrap the paper and you can't tell what the original message was, right? That's how it works, more or less. Then to decipher it, you've got to have a stick that's the same diameter as the original one. Same diameter as the original one, huh? Yeah. Then you just wrap the paper around that stick and you can read the code. Wooden box, there's something in here. What the hell's this thing? Some kind of spray bottle? There's something written on it. Lumen, can't read anything else, the label's all faded. Let me see that. He just grabbed it from him. That wasn't very nice. Oh, this is luminol. You know, forensic guys use it as crime scenes. Oh yeah, that stuff that glows blue when you spray it on blood. Even if the blood's been wiped off, it'll still glow. Wait, you don't really think we're supposed to use the luminol here, do you? Yeah, it does seem kind of weird to use it here. Maybe I should try it just in case. Left, left, right, left, right, left. Nothing happens when I press these buttons. Oh, looks like the power's on. Wondering what the deal is with those things that say lock up there, though. It's a thermometer. Can you get it off? No, it's screwed on the wall. Thermometer. It's been attached to the wall pretty good with screws. There's a thermometer on the wall. I already checked 3 toilets, you know. Nothing unusual there. All 3 toilets, I mean. There's water coming out of the shower head. Let's see if... Shit, that's hot! Really hot! Man, that water might be just about boiling. Some pipes. Why does the one on the right look different from the others, I wonder? There's a piece of paper tied to this pipe with a wire. Notice. Drainage valve operation. Please do not flush the water in these pipes. Oh, I just realized I have like the desktop audio way high. Okay. Doing so may cause the drain to overflow. Oh! It's the code. It's the code, 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 it's the code. It's the code, it's the code, it's the code, it's the code. Left, left, right, left. Just like you thought, Junpei, there's some letters showing up after LLR. See? It says LLR. LLR. L L R L R L. Well, I did what it said on the wall. I wonder if it actually did anything. Hey, this drain's acting up! What the hell did you do? I just messed with the valves a little. Nothing big. Well, now I know that really, really hot water comes out of that shower. Maybe I should just leave it alone for now, though. Junpei, the card is floating! I didn't even know there was a card in here! Looks like the water floated the card up out of the drain. Must be water flowing through the pipe on the right. There's water pouring out of the drain. The Mercury card. Yeah, close enough. It's the blue key card. This is the symbol for Mercury, isn't it? There was an elevator right outside the big hospital room. I think that same symbol was on the card reader next to it. That's right. I guess that means we're not supposed to use this card in this room. Do you really think so? You don't think maybe we need it for this room and for the elevator? You know, just like in the kitchen, you dumb nut. It's water pouring out of the drain, but nothing else interesting in here. Okay. Oh hey, the blue light just came on. A stick with the same diameter. Dividing wall that separates the toilets. The dividing wall that separates the dividing wall that separates the dividing wall that sep. There's some toilet paper on the shelf. What do you think this is? Looks like tar. It's kind of sticky. I don't think we can just wipe it off. I doubt just pouring some water on it's going to help either. What about hot water? Hot water? If we had some really hot water, like boiling hot, then maybe we could wash it off. It's a water tank for a toilet. Oh crap. Don't know when they'll figure out everybody else thinks it's clever too. Huh? I mean, I know peace, but what's OC? Organized crime. What is that? Some kind of police slang? Huh? Probably. Huh? What'd I say? Why does he look all sad now? That's not really important right now, guys. Let's just check it out, alright? Well, he's not wasting any time. Toilet's tank. It doesn't look like the pipes that are supposed to take water to it are working. Hey, there's something in there. You see it? Screwdriver. Alright, so.
Hey, Junpei. You know why thermometers only go up to 107 degrees Fahrenheit?
Nope.
No, I can't say I ever thought about that.
At 107 degrees, the cells in the human body start to die, and the organs begin to shut down. The proteins in your cells start to harden. It's like when you hard boil an egg. Even if you cool it down afterwards, it won't go back to being a raw egg. In other words, it's dead.
Oh. I forgot that was a thing. Dang.
That's why thermometers don't go past 107. There's no point.
Oh yeah?
But it's pretty rare for a fever to get that high. Even viruses and stuff don't usually drive the body temperature up to 107. Of course, there are other external things that could.
Fire?
Like what?
Well, let's see. Something like getting locked in a sauna. Or getting thrown into an incinerator and burnt to death.
Yeah, that would do it. As we've learned.
Yeah, I guess that would get a little hotter than 107 degrees Fahrenheit.
Lols.
All right, I got it. Huh? What's up?
Nothing. Forget about it.
You
What's
motherfucker.
that all about?
You locking him in here, maybe? Alright. Oh, you took the thermometer off. It says open at the bottom of the gauge. I wonder what it means. Maybe when it gets that hot, something will open? A thermometer lock. That's pretty neat. Yeah, if I can get this hot water on the thermometer, then maybe... Alright, thermometer, let's get this party started. Yep, looks like that's doing the trick. There goes the gauge. And now it's at the open mark. Huh? It opened. What's this? Looks like there's a piece of paper in here. 957 plus. Nine five 957 plus. That means you're supposed to add something to 957, doesn't it? Well, yeah, it doesn't take a genius to figure that out. Problem is what to add. I still need to find a stick. A shelf. There's nothing on it. It's a bucket. Oh wait, a bucket. It's a tin bucket. Hey Junpei, do you something clean it up and all they gave you was a sponge and a bucket like this? Hey, come on now. Can't we just leave the past in the past? A thick pipe that stretches across the floor.
The rabbit hutch.
What?
Huh?
Oh, you just reminded me of it. The rabbit hutch, I mean.
How did I remind you of something like that?
Jumpy and the broom. You're always playing around with the broom in front of the rabbit hutch.
I was.
Don't you remember? You mean, you don't remember that summer either?
Of course I remember. How could I forget something like that? It was terrible.
Are we about to go into Higurashi no Nakakoroni? Actually, no, not Higurashi. The other one. That's interesting. We transitioned straight into the novel screen, and now my thing's in the way, and nobody can read it. Okay. They were in the 6th grade. Junpei and Jun had been assigned to take care of the classroom pets, the rabbits. Nice to meet you. Their chief duty was to clean the hutches every morning. On the final day of school before summer vacation began, Junpei overslept. He rushed to school and found Jun standing in front of the rabbit hutches. No sooner had Junpei arrived than Jun began to cry. He had no idea why until he looked behind her, into the rabbit hutch. The first thing he saw was blood. The hutch was filled with the dead bodies of the rabbits. Jesus. Even after their teachers and friends came to see what the commotion was, June couldn't stop crying.
I just kept crying and crying until you came over. You held my hand, and you looked very serious, and you said, "Don't cry. I'm gonna catch the person who did this." After you told me that, I finally stopped crying.
Well, the real fun started after you quit crying. You told me we were gonna catch the killer together.
Why are these all in quotes? June smiled, and a little of the flush of life returned to her
Then we
cheeks.
decided that we'd ambush them.
Yeah, I remember.
The school also kept roosters and guinea pigs. Junpei and June had decided the murderer would likely return to finish off the rest of the animals. That's pretty screwed up, yo. They would ambush the killer at night. Junpei and June hid behind the hutch at dusk and waited. It was a warm summer night. The quiet sound of crickets whispered through the air. As the sun went down, the stars began to wink at them from the sky, and June's Akane Kurashiki's face. That night was something that Junpei knew he would never forget as long as he lived.
But the murderer never showed up. We waited for them all summer vacation, and they never showed up.
Yeah, but the animals didn't get attacked either. I think all that work amounted to something, you know?
He'd felt the same way, but it was good to hear her say it.
Although, you know, if you think about it, we were probably taking on a lot more than we could handle.
What do you mean?
She looked up at him, confused.
Come on, we were just kids. If whoever killed the rabbits had actually showed up, they
Probably would have had a knife or something.
You must have been pretty worried, right?
I wasn't worried. Because you were there with me.
She blushed furiously.
Well, you know, no one else wanted to take care of the animals.
Clearly embarrassed, she tried desperately to change the subject.
I was the only one who asked to do it at first.
Yeah, well, boys don't really want to bother with taking care of animals, you know.
Hey. Sexist.
Well, yeah, but you asked to do it after I did, didn't you?
Gee, I wonder why.
If it wasn't the rabbits, they were going to make me do something else. You know how that school was. I figured it'd be better if I was working with somebody who wasn't too much of a loudmouth, right?
Too much?
Somebody who wasn't going to tell on me if I felt like blowing it off.
Dude, that's pretty mean.
Really? That's why you volunteered?
Yeah, it is.
He nodded quickly and much too earnestly, and then quickly looked away at something very important.
Really?
Of course.
That hadn't been the reason, of course, obviously. He had asked to take care of the rabbits so that he could be near June. Or Connie, that is. But it had been so long ago he couldn't bring himself to tell her how he'd felt back then. It would be embarrassing. He took a quick breath to clear his head, tossed the broom up, and then snatched it out of the air.
Well, we don't really have time to be walking down memory lane like this, you know? We've got to figure out a way out of this room. Otherwise...
Yes. I'm gonna look over there.
Otherwise you end up like Snake. June nodded curtly, then turned and walked away.
Myself. That's right. The pool of blood.
It's like, oh yeah, that's right, there's a dead body in here. I kind of forgot about that. Junpei turned around and looked at the room. Why are we still in novel? At Snake's body. Chunks of flesh and organs still lay on the floor. That's really gross.
On about old times right next to a corpse? What were we doing? Well,
losing your
maybe it
minds?
was because we're in this mess.
Despite such a situation, or perhaps because of it, the mind turned to the farthest thing from death that it could find, which was a story about dead rabbits. Still, Junpei couldn't help but feel a twinge of guilt at wanting so desperately to live when Snake lay dead before him.
I have to survive, no matter the cost. I need to make sure she gets out too.
As he stared at the clumps of blackened flesh, all Junpei could think of was how much he wanted to live, and Bonejun. Okay, back to adventure. Got a broom. What are you doing with the broom? What if I wrap the toilet paper around the broom? Oh, so you wrapped the toilet paper around the broom, huh? Looks like the symbols line up perfectly. It says 634 plus. 634 plus 937. 634 plus... Oh. Boop. 634, 937. 634 plus 937. 1,571. Okay. Oh, it's still locked. Wait. Oh, right. Maybe I can use the shower here to fill the bucket with hot water. Hey, Seven, could you turn on the shower? I'm gonna put the bucket under the head. Oh, okay, sure thing. This bucket is getting really hot. A bucket, and it's filled with hot water, and now it's upside down. It's filled with water. Try not to spill it, okay? It's heavy. Okay, I'll carry it. I'm the man. Come on, man, I said I already checked them. What, you don't trust me? Sorry, wrong one. Chillax, dude. There's something that looks like tar inside the toilet bowl. If I flush the hot water from the bucket, that should clean it up. Something that looks like tar inside if I flush the hot water from the bucket. So do it. Oh! Alright, so I just pour the hot water into this tank and... Looks like you filled it. Now you should be able to flush it, right? There's probably a handle somewhere on the tank that you can pull. You think so? Serious? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Tank's filled with boiling water. All I gotta do now is pull the handle. Some pipes, they're connected to the tank and the toilet. Alright, let's flush the hot water. Well, there it goes, just like a toilet should work. 185 equals. Huh? That hot water seemed to do the trick. All the dirt's gone. There's something written in there. That stuff's washed off. Looks like the writing has numbers. Well, that writing was numbers. See it? 185 equals? What is this? You got me. It just looks like some numbers. There's nothing in the toilet. If there was, that would be, gross. There might be something in the tank, you know? Let's open that shit up. The red key card. It has no symbols on it. The lid for the toilet tank. Huh? The blue light was on, but it's off now. And the red light's on instead. I guess we have to swipe the red card first and then the blue card. Great job, Junpei! Both the lights are on now. Now you just need to put in the password. 957634 185. I have a feeling there's going to be something more to it than that, but we'll try this first. I've already forgotten the numbers. 957634 957634 957634 957634 1591. Both lights are on now. We just should be able to enter the password now. What's with the E and C keys? E means enter and C means clear, you idiot. You already did this before. So after you put in the password, hit E. If you screw it up, hit C. 1591. There's something about this other part of the code. 185 equals. It says 185 equals on the inside of the bowl. Huh. Six three four plus 957 plus 184 equals 185 equals. What the heck does that mean? Oh! $634 plus 185. Wait, what? God dang it, I need to write these down. Okay. Nine five seven six 34 185 equals plus. Oh! I'm so dumb. Now that I've written it out like that, it's 957 plus 634 plus 185 equals 1,776. It's like, now that I have it all written down, it actually makes perfect sense. 1,776. Bingo. You found it! Pew.
There's a large iron door at the end.
Let's take a look.
Behind it is a very, very pissed off Lotus and Clover.
7?
Well, I figure maybe we might want to come back here sometime. So, I stuck the broom in there to keep the door from shutting. Alright, let's go.
Junpei, look!
What's up?
What's that on the wall there?
Oh, I think it's
Oh.
a map of the ship's interior?
It says C deck.
So it's the map for this floor then.
Makes sense, there's a huge hospital
We'll have
room
time
on
to
there.
study it later. Let's keep going for now.
Ready? I'm gonna open it.
Yep, and this is where it meets up here. So we're near our next ending.
What the?
You're shitting me. We're back.
Clover! Lotus! And Ace! I'm glad you're all okay.
Somehow, I don't think they'll be as happy to see you. Ace, Clover, and Lotus. They make a digital root of 4.
Lotus? What are you...
How could you do this to us?
Knock it off. We got bigger shit to worry about right now.
What?
Go have a look. I stuck the screwdriver in the door. That door over there, the one without a number. As long as the screwdriver's there, it can't shut, so you can get in there. There's a shower room past there. I stuck a broom at the door there too. Anyway, go take a look.
Then you're saying we can go in there without passing through the numbered door?
Yeah, that's about the size of it.
Wait, what the hell is in there?
You'll know when you see it.
Fine, let's go.
Don't take Clover with you.
My goodness. I know I said I was sure you'd come back for me. I didn't think it would happen so soon, though. Should I go as well?
Yeah.
Very well.
Snake was probably murdered. Chances are he was killed the same way the Ninth Man was. It's pretty straightforward. Not that hard to figure out how they did it. First, the killers got Snake to authenticate on the red to open door 3. Then they shoved him into it, alone, and waited 9 seconds for the door to shut. Once that door shut, it was all over for Snake. But he didn't give up. He probably knew it wouldn't do him any good, but he probably ran into the shower room looking for the dead. It was a small chance, but it wasn't like he had anything to lose. Unfortunately, it didn't work. The detonator is only deactivated if everybody who authenticated when they went in uses the dead. Snake was the only one who went through the door. And then, 81 seconds after he was shoved in, that happened.
I see. So that's what you meant by killers, huh? You need at least 3 people to open one of the numbered doors, including Snake. It wouldn't open for Snake and a single killer.
Yeah. That means we're looking at multiple perps here.
Well, just in case, I want to make sure. Let's say you're right. When do you think Snake was killed?
When we all split up to look for the parts for the Reds, I think. Right after that was when we noticed he was gone.
Then that means none of us have alibis. We were all off searching the rooms we'd been assigned, looking for those parts.
Yeah, that means anybody could be a killer.
Wait a minute. What are you talking about? How can you say that so casually? You're implying that one of us is a killer.
Well, not just one of us. If I'm right, then at least 2 of us are murderers.
One of them murdered from beyond the grave, though.
Why don't you calm down a bit, Seven? What are you going to gain by being so suspicious? That's what Zero wants.
You
know?
did it.
What Zero wants?
Exactly. This game was set up by Zero, wasn't it? Any game has a winner and loser. Whoever makes it through door 9 is a winner, and those who don't are the losers. Zero is trying to make us fight against one another for that victory.
Then you're saying that Zero is trying to split us up by making us fight each other?
Yes. That is why we can't let ourselves fall prey to suspicion. We have to trust one another and form a strong bond of friendship.
Friendship.
Otherwise, we'll end up ensnared by Zero's manipulations.
Then does that mean that the person who killed Snake...
Yes. Almost certainly Zero himself.
No, it was you.
If there's anyone we should doubt, it should be Zero. He masterminded this game and kidnapped all of us. Doesn't it seem reasonable that he would have killed Snake as well?
Good question. If Zero killed Snake, then Zero is on the ship with us.
Was Zero still on the ship with them? Junpei wasn't sure.
Something's still strange.
What was that?
Well, I'm just wondering about one thing.
And what's that?
How can you be so sure that Zero's on this ship?
Really, Junpei? I confess I'm a little disappointed. Usually you're rather sharp. Isn't it obvious?
Wait, it is?
This ship.
Huh?
Zero said, "this ship," several times when he addressed us. If he weren't here, he wouldn't say "this ship," would he? He'd be saying something like, "that ship," or "the ship."
Oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense.
It's a little far-fetched, but I
Zero's
guess
on
we'll
the ship.
go with
Where
it.
is he?
Most likely among you.
I think Zero is one of us.
We still have yet to figure out who, though. We know it's not Ace. That's for dang sure. Was he one of them? Well, that's possible.
Well, that's possible.
Thanks, Junpei.
Huh?
Like Clover said, Zero might be one of us.
What are you saying, Jumpy? Didn't you hear what Ace said?
Exactly. I said we shouldn't suspect one another for no reason.
No reason. I've got a great reason.
And what's that?
The bracelets. Why are the bombs in our bodies connected to the bracelets? You're all thinking Zero's hiding somewhere watching us, right? If he's doing that, then he could just detonate the bombs by remote control if someone did something they weren't supposed to. It would be a lot more precise and a lot easier. But if that's the case, then why is the bomb set off by the detonator in the bracelet?
You got a point.
I'm not done. Try applying the same ideas to the nonary game. All of the puzzles here run all by themselves. In other words, Zero doesn't have to be controlling them for the game to move forward. Why's that? Why would Zero bother to do something like that?
So let's say you and Clover are right. Zero's one of us. If that's the case, then it'd be really hard for him to keep track of all of us or control anything remotely. That's why all the puzzles run by themselves. That's what you're getting at, right?
Yeah. 7?
Yeah.
When we were talking earlier, you said any one of us could be Snake's killer, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Alright then. I've got a question for you, Ace. You said something like Zero must be the one who killed Snake, right?
Yes, something like that. I can't think of any other explanation.
So what do we get if we combine those? They fit together pretty well, I think. Something like this. Whoever killed Snake is Zero. Hence, Zero is one of us. 7 and Ace's theories aren't mutually exclusive. They actually complement each other pretty well. At least they do if Zero is one of us.
What were his motives?
His motives?
Yes, isn't that pretty important? Why would Zero want to hide as one of us?
Oh, well, that's because... I don't know.
Well, so much for making a persuasive argument, Junpei.
In other words, you only had circumstantial evidence.
I don't really think that's enough to go on, you know?
Ah.
He totally is one of you, though. It's obvious. I have theories. Many of them.
It's 3
Like,
in the morning.
why that 1 0 bracelet is 6, for instance. But
That means we have 3 hours left.
Then we need to move now. 7, Clover, Junpei, I know how you feel, but you do understand that right now it's important we trust one another, don't you?
You're right, but...
We must go. We have very little time left.
Our next destination is... Mercury. Here we go.
Oh, that's the...
Yeah, I found it in the shower room.
Oh, I see. It's got the Mercury symbol.
we're missing a
Wow,
couple
we can go.
things.
Looks like there's only 2 floor buttons working.
C and bottom.
Time to head down then.
Does this just skip you straight to the church? Nope, there's a 2.
This is a numbered door.
Yeah, it's door 2.
So who should go through the door this time?
We don't need to be discussing who we're leaving behind this time, right?
Right. It's set up so we'll be able to meet up again once we get through the numbered doors.
Then there's no need for arguments at this point.
We should figure out who's going in first.
Very well. Would anyone like to volunteer?
I'll do it.
I'll go too.
Then I suppose I need to go too, then.
5, 7, 8.
Alright, we're taking off.
Okay, please be careful.
Jesus. You two are acting like you're married, you know that?
Oh,
Don't be silly. Cut it out.
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Making assumptions. Beep. 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 Beep.
Where the hell is it this time?
I don't see it!
Oh, there it is! It's right there!
875. I thought for a second it wasn't gonna stop, and then it's like, well, I guess you're dead now. Oh, we're still... Huh, okay.
It stopped.
Yeah, it stopped.
Man, I'll never get used to that.
I'll never get used to that.
I'm not sure it's something I'd want to get used to. We should finish this game before imminent death becomes a normal thing.
Damn right.
All right. This hallway's pretty short, but it's got 5 doors. 3 on the left,
2 on the right.
and only 1 on the right.
Oh. And
Don't
then
forget the
there's
last one at the end of the
end.
hall.
But it's got a metal plate over it, so I doubt we're gonna get anywhere that way.
All right, let's get started. I think we'd probably better split up. You okay with that?
Yes, no problem.
Sure thing.
Then I'll take this first one.
I'll try the one next to it.
Well, I guess I'd better get started too.
Emergence. Alright. Seek a way out. Confinement room, front hallway. Interesting. Okay, so the flow here is the 2 door? Or not? Strange. What the hell's this supposed to be? Looks like a drawing of a whirlpool or something. Well, if I had to guess, I'd say it's trying to look like water. There's a little tile in the drain. Doesn't look like we're gonna be able to pull it out from there. Might have to use our heads on this one. Alright, let's figure this thing out. There's a dirty blanket on the bed. Man, this is a mess. It's not even a bed anymore. Can't say I'd want to sleep there. A symbol on the toilet wood. It looks like the crest of light. Seems a little fishy to me. It's a sun symbol, but it doesn't look like the ones on the doors. Toilet paper tube, huh? I seriously doubt I'm gonna need this for anything. Oh, whoa, huh? Well, this part is thinner than the rest. In fact, this doesn't really look like it's part of the rest of this thing. This rod feels loose. Maybe if I give it a couple turns... Here we go. A screwdriver shaft. Hey, this is a screwdriver shaft. It's missing a handle, though. Even if we run into a screw it fits, we're gonna have a hard time of it without a handle. Well, if we can find a handle, maybe it'll do us some good. Hey, this handle's pretty loose. Loose. You think it'll come off if you pull it? It fell off. Huh, look at this. That handle doesn't really fit on the string. Maybe it wasn't meant to be attached to it. Well, we have a screwdriver shaft and a handle. So, if I just stick this metal rod into the handle, then we get a screwdriver. How about that? Okay, well, that's pretty much all that's in this room, I think. Oh. Huh? What the hell? It's not opening. There's something up with this drawer. I don't trust it. Sweet, got the screws off. Now we can open the drawer. There's nothing in here. Well, maybe the drawer is what we need. The drawer, huh? Alright, let's yank this thing out. We got a desk drawer! That's random. There's a bump on the back. I wonder what it's for. Maybe there's a hole somewhere and these bumps line up with it and trigger a hidden switch or something. Hey, we've seen weirder stuff. Doesn't seem that far-fetched. This chair's pretty old. If Seven sat on it, it'd probably break. Huh? You say something? Nothing at all. Huh, looks like the water doesn't work. Doesn't matter how much Seven turns that thing, no water's coming out. Has the water been shut off from somewhere else? Okay, I think we've got everything we can hear. Somebody made some wavy blue lines on this meter with blue paint. Is that a drawing of a blue scarf? No, maybe not. This drain is kind of a weird shape for a drain. You think they made that shape for a reason or just for fun? There's no knob on this faucet. There's no way we can give water out like this. If we can find a knob or something that'll work as one, then we should be able to get water to come out of this thing. Okay. A moon? What a filthy, disgusting moon. Yeah, it's pretty filthy, but it's a precious hint. Let's remember it, alright. This paper seems to be pretty old. Ew. How the hell can you touch that? It's horrible. Well, it's not like I've really got a choice, do I? It's not like I want to. Half-used toilet paper? Well, it's old and it's kind of grossing me out, but there's nothing suspicious about it. It's just hanging from the wall. Well, if we're pulling the string, then it must be a toilet that flushes. A towel. Well, it looks like a towel. I have to wonder if the design means anything, though. Maybe you should consider what the design might be. Perhaps it'll give us a hint. Looks like a running faucet. Pulling into a thing of water. Wait a minute. There's nothing in the drawer. Yeah, something's not right, though. That handle in the drawer doesn't really fit, you know? It just looks messy. Why don't you take it out? Center room drawer. So, there's a mirror on the side of this drawer. Interesting. It's kind of an odd shape, and it looks like someone has attached the handle with a screw after the fact. Well, it seems to be everything here. It's pretty dark in this room. I can barely see a mirror from the light coming through the ceiling. Sure would be nice if that mirror was a little lower down. Looks like it's the same height as the mirror on the right. Wonder if that means anything. This mirror seems really high. In fact, it's so high it's kind of hard to see a reflection in it. It's a sink, but there's no light shining on it. It's hard to be sure because it's so dark in here. But I don't think there's anything going on with the sink. This faucet is too hard to turn. Oh yeah, we can probably use this mirror to reflect the light. Now I just gotta figure out where to reflect the light. If I go somewhere that's a little easier to shine a light on. I can see a partition over there. It seems pretty pointless to bother examining it. There's nothing special about this toilet paper. I don't really think I need to bother shining any light on it. This light's barely enough to see by. I feel like I'm gonna see a ghost here or something. It's a blanket, not a really great one, but still. Okay, it's nice to see the sink lit up, I guess, but all it shows me is the pipe. So if I shine this light on the mirror and back, I get it. If I shine the light on a mirror, symbols appear. The left side has a sun and the right side has a moon symbol. I'm gonna remember this. Sun and moon, huh? Ah! God damn it, no matter how hard I pull on this damn thing, it won't budge. Guess it won't be opening anytime soon. Doesn't look like it's got a keyhole and there doesn't seem to be anything stopping it. So how the hell am I supposed to open it? Desk is old and rusty. Drawer that doesn't open. I wonder if this is part of the puzzle. Simple chair over there where the light don't shine. There are a bunch of tiles on the door that spell out emergence. Emergence. Maybe it means we need to emerge out of here. Emergence. Probably means to emerge or to escape from here. Do we need something with these tiles to open the door? There's a door in the back. I wonder where it goes. I thought of that and I tried a couple of things, but yeah, same result. Guess 7 wasn't able to do anything. Oh well. It's drawing on the mirror that looks kind of like a spring. Oh wait, do I need to combine the two drawers? No. Do I need to combine the towel with the center room? Towel, these are for old ladies. I feel like I've seen that design somewhere. I feel like I've seen that design somewhere before. Maybe I'm just losing it. A switch somewhere that the bumps fit. This looks like a toilet. Pretty old school toilet. Guess that makes sense though. This ship's pretty old too. I mean, I see the bumps on the roof. I just don't know what to do with them. This bed looked even sadder without the pillow. So it's still a terrible bed. I'd never sleep on a bed like that. The bed looks cold. Pretty sure you'd freeze to death in the winter. No kidding. If I tried to sleep here, my skin would dry out in no time. Well, it's not like you're that young anymore. That shouldn't really matter. My, Junpei, aren't you lucky? It seems you'll die before you have a chance to grow old and hideous. I'm sorry. You're right. Dry skin is a woman's worst enemy. This toilet is disgusting. You don't expect me to touch that thing, do you? If you don't want to, then I'll do it, alright? This toilet is vile. Unsurprisingly, Lotus refuses to go anywhere near it. It's the same as the moon symbol we saw in the dark room, right? Well, there's really only one thing we can do with this toilet. Taking the handle off and the string's just hanging there. It's just like the sun symbol we saw in that dark room. Think there's some kind of puzzle here? Old school toilet. Damn, this toilet's pretty nasty to begin with, but the inside's even worse. Honestly, I'm amazed you could bring yourself to touch it. Huh! There's way nastier stuff out there in this world than a gross toilet. You're a real deep thinker, aren't you? Probably the nastiest toilet I've ever seen. 7 didn't think twice about touching it. Oh, whoa, wait. I saw the bumps and... Wait a minute. I keep seeing the bumps, but what I need to find is a thing with an insertion. if I use the screwdriver on the screw on the center of the handle, then maybe I can... Sweet, the handle I got off that drawer fits into the faucet perfectly. Now I can turn the water on. Junpei, what are you doing? It's pretty obvious, isn't it? I'm running the water. I can see that. I'm asking why you're just letting it run like that. Think about it, Lotus. This faucet didn't have a knob when we found it, right? What do you mean? Just watch. Anytime now. Hey, water's filling up. Doesn't that just mean the pipes are clogged? Whoops, let's turn it off for now. So, did anything change? Well, the water stopped flowing. Thank you, Mr. Obvious. Ugh, Junpei, I'm leaving this one to you, alright? The sink is completely filled with water. Wait. Towel. No. Okay. Okay, we have the tile. What the heck does it do? So we've got this tile, and it's got these red, blue, and gray lines. What the heck does this stuff mean? Hell if I know.
What the? Hey, what's going on? Are you okay, man? You're sweating like crazy. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just got a little dizzy, that's all.
That's definitely more than just a little dizzy. Are you sure? You don't look so good.
What am I doing here?
Huh?
Huh?
What are you talking about? We opened the number 2 door and walked in here. Don't tell me you forgot.
No, that's not what I mean. It ain't much, but I think some of my memories came back. I think I've been here before.
What?
Huh?
I said I've been in this room before.
You were here? When? Why?
Aoi. Light. Nona.
What the hell was that?
It's right there. I feel like I'm this close to remembering everything, but I just can't. That's right, an experiment. There was some kind of experiment going on this ship.
An experiment? What sort of experiment?
They were trying to control people. Or something like that.
What the hell are you talking about?
Aoi, Light, and Nona. Those were their names. Well, some of them. The kids that were in the experiment, I mean. I think there were 4 or 5 more, but I don't remember all their names. Yeah, that's right. That's why I'm here. Huh. Experiment. Cradle Pharmaceuticals. Those kidnapped kids. Was I working that case?
Huh?
Wait, under this bed. The home's gone? No, maybe it was a different room. There's gotta be a ton of rooms on this boat that look just like this one.
Hey, what exactly do you remember? Maybe you could stop talking like a crazy person and tell me what's going on here.
Well, it's not like I really remember everything. I've only got bits and pieces, and they're scattered and don't make much sense.
I don't care. Tell me the bits and pieces then.
Okay.
Jeez.
From what I can remember, I think I was a cop.
A cop?
Yeah. I was looking for that group of kids that got kidnapped 9 years ago.
Always 9.
You remember that, right? It was all over the news.
Yeah, I was still in school. I don't remember all the details, but I do remember some of it. I think it was a bunch of kids right around my age. They all just disappeared. Nobody knew why. It was all over TV and the newspapers every day. So you're saying you were investigating it?
Yeah, that's what it looks like. I guess I found something. There was this medical company called Cradle Pharmaceuticals that had something to do with those kids. After I figured that out, I managed to get some information out of somebody who worked for them. I think it was...
Tonight, a ship is set to take the children to a large passenger liner docked offshore.
Yeah, that had to been it. That's why I went to the wharf. From the shadows, I searched the harbor until I found the ship he was talking about. There was a bunch of movement near it. Men in black suits, many of them were carrying large bags. The bags. There was something about the way they moved as they were carried. No doubt about it. There were human beings in those bags. I moved before I realized it. I came out of hiding, my gun already in my hand.
Don't move.
I felt metal touch the back of my head.
Drop the gun.
He kept digging the cold metal thing into my skull. There was nothing I could do. Did what he said and laid my gun on the ground. Then suddenly, there was a sharp pain in my neck. A needle.
A drug?
That was my last thought. My face hit cold concrete. I was out like a light after that. I woke up on a hard floor. Damn it. Shit, my head hurts. Where am I? A small, shabby bed, a dirty sink, a toilet with no privacy. I'd seen it countless times as a cop. I'm in a cell, huh? Facing the toilet was a door set into the wall. I was still pretty woozy, but I made my way over to it. I pushed and pulled on it, but... it won't open. Not like I expected much else. Would be dumb enough to put me in a cell and leave it unlocked. Threw myself against the door a few times, but it wouldn't budge. I knew it. I gave up and made my way back to the bed, and sat down. I sat there for a very, very long time. Who knows how long. Then, I heard a faint voice. The voice was far away. I couldn't understand what it was saying. But I could hear one. It was pretty high, probably a little kid. Huh? No, it was several. I hear 5 or 6, maybe more. Where? Where are they coming from? I pressed my ear to the wall and tried to listen through it. No, that's not it. Left. It's coming from under the bed? I hauled on the metal frame and flipped the thing over. And there it was. The bed had hidden an air vent under it. The hole in the wall was covered by a metal grate. I dropped flat on the floor and peered through the grate. I couldn't see shit. But I knew it in my gut. This was where those voices were coming from. Hold on. Why are there kids here? With But then what my inside man told me popped into my head.
Tonight, a ship is set to take the children to a large passenger liner docked offshore.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Am I on that ship? It didn't matter. All I knew was I had to get to those kids. I checked out the metal grate. Could I fit? I stuck my fingers in and grabbed it. And then... Yeah! How do you like that, you son of a bitch? I finally got the damn thing off. Sweat was dripping down my face, so I wiped it off and crawled inside.
Hey, what happened after that?
I don't remember what happens after that. I think I found some kind of door out of the duct. And I think I found some kids, too. Not good. Why can't I remember what happened next?
Ah, man, what happened to the kids, Seven? Did you save them?
I don't know. I don't know if it was me. I've got this feeling. I think one of the kids died. A girl, I think.
Huh?
Anyway, just... please don't ask me anymore, okay? I really don't remember anything else.
It's fine. Don't push yourself. Going by what he said, the children who had been kidnapped 9 years before, apparently a company called Cradle Pharmaceuticals had been behind it all. They'd taken the children to the same ship we're on now. They've been brought here for an experiment.
The nunnery game?
To do with controlling human beings. The 16 children who had been kidnapped were the subjects. Seven had said 3 of their names were Aoi, Light, and Nona.
Light Yagami! Sorry.
I think that's all I got. Oh, and Seven is, or was at some point, a cop. I can't really use any of this information anyway. I didn't learn anything about the nonary game or Zero.
Didn't you, though?
Brought to the same ship where they'd done those experiments 9 years ago. And what the heck is this about controlling human beings? That's nuts. Did they really conduct an experiment like that?
Most likely.
I just stand here thinking, I need to get moving.
Okay, so we have this tile. The tiles we found and the tiles here are the same size. When I touched the tiles on the door, I felt something weird. Huh? I can move these tiles. Then that means... maybe if you swap the tiles we got with the tiles on the wall, something will happen. I suppose now we just need to figure out what the strange designs on those tiles mean. At any rate, we should look for all of the tiles that are the same size. You're right. Let's meet back here after we've done a thorough search. Looks like we should use the tiles here, but there are still rooms that haven't been checked yet. I'll come back here once I've done that. The sink is totally filled with water. Looks like turning the knob did the trick. The sink's filling up with water. This wavy line on the mirror over the sink. The drawing on the mirror is just like part of that image on the towel. The towel is a river and a spring, is it? This mirror has a river on it. If it's indicating the sink, then... well, it looks like turning the knob did the trick. drawing on the mirror looks just like part of the design on the towel, and the design on the towel was a river and spring, right? The picture on this mirror is a spring, and it's talking about the water in the sink. Looks like the water bubbled up through this drain and pushed the tile out. So what does it mean? We've also got this thing with the sun. And then of course there's the dark hold up. No, just... Is that a number? So if I shine light on this mirror, then I get to see some numbers. I can see a 4 on the left and a 7 on the right. 4 and 7. 4 and 7, sun and moon. What does that mean? What if it's part of this puzzle? Desk is old and rusty. Yeah, that's right. There was some kind of number hint there too. You think that maybe the number was how many times we took a piss? No, it's gotta be how many times we flushed. One thing you can manipulate in this room is that string. Chances are they made this puzzle so someone wouldn't trigger it by accident. Guess I should just keep pulling on this thing then. Alright, here goes, second pull. Third. And fourth. Did you just hear something? I did, but it doesn't look like anything's happened here. Huh, wonder what that sound was. Okay. So this is what the moon symbol is pointing to, huh? They probably made it so someone wouldn't trigger it by accident. If that's the case. Second. And a third. Fourth. Fifth. This is the 6th consecutive time. And 7. There's that sound again. It happens whenever I pull that string a couple times. Junpei, did you hear something from the other room? The other room? You mean from the dark room? Well, this drawer opens easily enough. Neither of the tiles have anything on the back. Looks like we should use the tiles here, but there are still rooms that I haven't checked. Okay, so we've solved that riddle. Desk with that handle, it's just basically a mirror at that point. The desk drawer with the knob on it, and that has this notch on the back. Wait, this is the notch? Oh, wait! I've seen that marking before. There's nothing left in the desk. Nothing special about this desk, although I'm sure its parents thought differently. Maybe you gotta push the desk and... Sounded like something falling. What was that? I heard it too. Let's open the drawer. Aha! Yet another tile. Okay. Okay. Well, it looks like we've investigated all the rooms. The only mystery left is that door. Alright, let's crack that mystery then. We've got 4 tiles. There are a bunch of tiles that are the same size up on the wall there. So if we replace 4 of the tiles on the wall with the ones we've got, that should open the door. Well, there's only one way to find out. A lot of these look like the number 14. But I'm not sure what that tells me. I noticed that there were 4 E's. Hey, did you just hear something unlock? Does that mean we got it right? Yes, it looks like we did. The 14 hidden on the tile. If you convert that to hexadecimal, it's an E. Oh, is that how you're supposed to figure that out? I was just like, oh, there are 4 tiles, and I just took out the E, and I'm like, oh wait, there are 3 other E's. And that's how I figured it out. Basically, the E's in emergence are the 14s from the tiles. So if we replace it, that gives up the answer. Do you really care why it worked? Let's just get out of here. Yes, let's go! We found it. Boop. Well, this doesn't look like a happy fun time room now, does it?
Oh, what the hell is this place?
Ugh, this room is really creepy.
I think we ought to get the hell out of here now. Figures.
It's locked, isn't it?
Yep. Don't know why I thought this would be any different.
So, what is this room for, anyway?
Looks like torture and execution.
Well, there's a chair in the center of the room.
Oh, looks uncomfortable to say the least. I'd rather not sit in it if I can avoid it.
Looks like it's placed over some kind of glass panel. Too dark to look through it, though.
This isn't dried blood on the tablecloth, is it?
Oh, what the hell is this? What are these tools for?
That's not something I even want to think about.
No doubt about it. This room's dangerous. Let's make our search quick so we can solve the puzzle and get the hell out of here. Come on.
Alright. Seek a way out. The torture room. There's something on the screen. This device will conduct the experiment. Once the experiment has been completed, the door will unlock. First, adjust the switches to match the blocks in the sample above. Huh. I don't know what this thing is, but we gotta figure out this puzzle. It's right next to a torture chair. Whatever it is, I don't think it's good. Anyway, we adjust the switches to match the blocks up on top, right? You adjust the switches shown at the four corners of the screen, then press the check button. Junpei, we don't know what this thing does. You can always come back to it later. There are lots of other things you could do. Doesn't do the same thing. Okay. Whenever you turn on one of these switches, more blocks show up on the screen, so I think you gotta figure out which buttons you have to press in order to get this screen to match the diagram. Yeah, but it's hard to figure out what button does what. If you want to see how many blocks each switch adds, just turn on one switch. When all of them are off, there aren't any blocks, right? Then you can see how many each switch adds. Oh yeah, I get it. A really creepy chair. Manacles make me think it was used to torture people. Well, we can't open these manacles without a key. Seems like there's some kind of weird symbol on them. What kind of symbol? Well, if I've got this right, I think it's the sun symbol. These levers have got to turn something on. Of course they would. All they can do is turn something on or off. What's important is what they turn on or off. Don't say the floor is gonna suddenly open up. Red, yellow. You think these colors mean something? No idea. I mean, red looks more dangerous, but other than that. The bottom of this one looks like it's covered in rust. I don't think it'll move at all. A bunch of buttons here with the letters A through F on them. Wonder if they do anything. Down you go. So if I press it again, back you come. Okay, I guess these buttons switch something on or off when you push them. All of the dials are pointing in different directions. Maybe something will happen if we turn them. Ha! Shoot, they're all rusted. I guess turning them doesn't really do anything. The needle on the gauge is at 0. I don't think... It doesn't look like it's gonna move. There are a ton of knobs here. Doesn't seem like any of them do anything, though. Do you think it's broken? It said the door will unlock if we complete the experiment. So in other words, we aren't getting out of that door until we finish this experiment. Well, let's do that then. What's wrong, Junpei? What are you doing on the floor? Well, I thought maybe if I got down here I could see through the glass. It's not working though. You don't think it's just a large sheet of glass they put into an indentation? I don't know. I mean, why would they do that? And the placement of the chair. You're not making any sense, Junpei. What's your point? Well, I'm not sure, but don't you think there's something under the glass? There are a number of ominous looking tools and instruments here. Let's see, we've got an adze and a hammer, a pair of forceps, and these other things are too old and broken. I have no idea what they are. Hey, doesn't this wrench look way too new to be here with all this other stuff? Yes, it does. I didn't notice it before you mentioned it, but it's not rusty at all. And so we got a wrench. This wrench looks brand new. Considering where we found it, I have to wonder how it was used. Knock it off. I don't want to think about that. You've already seen plenty of things that are a lot more cruel than that. You're unexpectedly sensitive. Come on, let's not talk about stuff that doesn't matter, okay? We need to find somewhere else we can use this thing. Cover's bolted on there pretty good. Should be able to get these bolts off with this wrench we just found, though. Sweet, it's open. The hole's too small. You can't see in even with the cover off. Well, you can't see in, but I think there's enough room to stick your arm in. Are you sure you want to do that? There could be something dangerous in there. Okay, I admit, that scares me a little, but we need to see if there's anything useful in here. Alright, here we go. Arm into the hole. Hey, I think I feel something. It's small, cold, and hard. Doesn't feel like there's anything else in here. Alright, let's see what this thing is. Ah. A key with the sun symbol on it. We should be able to open the other door with this. Yeah, but we gotta get out of this room before we can do that. We're probably gonna need the sun key to do that. But none of the doors on this room have keyholes. I bet we gotta use it on something that's not a door. You would be correct, Mr. 7. This sun key should fit into the keyhole on these manacles. Alright, sun key, in you go. And yes! Great, they're open. I don't think we're gonna need the sun key again in here, though. Just seems unlikely. Alright, sun key, you've done your job. Into my pocket with you. Adjust the switches to match the checks on the block and the block. Alright, so this one adds 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 4 and 5. It's 2 and 4. And that's a crap ton and 4. Alright, so if we add... So 4. That's too many. 4 on that one, like that, and then like that. Oh yeah, that's a match, isn't it? No. Oh no, it isn't. Never mind. Without that, the top just won't have enough because everything else has less on the top than it does on the bottom. So it's got to be this one. And then if you add this one, it adds that many. If you add this one, it adds that many. And if you add this one, it adds that many. These are correct, but this one's not. Dang, that looks so close. Do that, there just aren't enough. Do we have to... Match the blocks on top. Does that mean just the number? So if we do this, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9, 4. That one adds 4 and 5. I need a difference of 5. So that's a difference of 1. This is a difference of 1. That's a difference of 2. Wait. That one adds 2 and 4. That one adds adds 5 and 6. And this one adds 4 and 5. I'm overcomplicating this in my head somewhere. Okay. So this here is 9 and 3. No, 9 and 4. Hello. That's a difference of 5. This is a difference of 2. 2 plus 1 plus 1 is 4. So wait, what? But it doesn't work otherwise because these are always less on the top. So it's got to be this one. Just kind of slamming my face against the puzzle. I just need to do 4 addition problems here. If I turn a single switch on and count its blocks and do that for every switch, it's super easy. Oh yeah, that is the same amount. Oh my god, I'm so dumb. Okay. Adjustment is completed. Now proceeding to execution phase. To complete the experiment, data must be collected from the subject. Once preparation is finished, place subject in chair. Whoa, I thought we solved the puzzle already. What does it mean by preparation? I don't know. I've got a bad feeling about this. I think this means one of us has got to sit in the chair. Well, 7's never going to fit in that thing. It's either you or me, Junpei. Collecting data. I wonder if it's going to run electricity through the subject. There's a human head on the screen. Maybe it's going to zap the brain with a little electricity. This really doesn't sound safe. Anyway, we still got to prepare. We can talk about this after we figured out what it means by preparation, alright? Well, it wants us to prepare. Maybe we ought to ask what we need to do. Error. The disposal tank is closed. Please fill tank with water. What tank? Oh man, don't tell me we gotta do something with a water tank. Well, there's probably something around here to open the tank or whatever it's asking us to do. Looks like the only controls are in this room. I can see some oil or something down there at the base of the lever. Yeah, feels like it's got some movement to it. I should be able to pull this one. Alright, let's pull the lever. Is that water? What the hell? What's going on? Will you calm down? It's just water going somewhere. It sounds like it's underneath us. That means the floor... Oh! Junpei, look! What's she... Oh, damn, I can see through the glass now. EDBF. There are a couple letters in the color of blood written on the shark's belly. It's dead. Looks like the letters E, D, B, and F. Whatever these are for has to be in this room somewhere. What? There's a strange noise coming from the chair. It looks like it's been turned on. I guess the puzzle here was that the power had to be sent in a specific way. I don't think examining the chair is gonna cause that machine to do anything. I should probably take a look at the monitor instead. The restraining device is unlocked. Please seat subject and device.
Thought it's not going to work unless someone sits in it.
How ironic that this would be the situation in which this slim, beautiful body is useful.
Lotus, are you sure? I can sit in it and you can solve.
Junpei's right. If we screw it up...
I'll be fine. Even if I fall in, the shark is already dead.
But...
No one likes an indecisive man, Junpei. I can still give you advice from the chair too, you know. I just don't want to stay in this room any longer than we have to. Go over to that screen and let's get this over with. Look, do you think you could do me one last favor?
Don't say last.
You're making me nervous.
Just listen. If something happens to me, I want you to tell my daughters. Tell them that I loved them very much. No, tell them that I will always love them.
Daughters?
You've got kids?
Yes, I do. I suppose they're about your age, Junpei. They're twins. I had them when I was young after... well, some things happened. Their names are Nona and...
Wait! Nona?
Aoi, Light, and Nona. Those were their names. Well, some of them. The kids that were in the experiment.
But what the hell? What's wrong with you?
Oh. No way. It couldn't. Lotus, is your last name Kashiwabara?
How do you know that?
Are you serious? What the hell is this?
I don't know. What the hell is this?
No way you're that kid's mom.
That kid? Wait, what do you mean that kid? Why are you acting like you met her?
I have.
What?
Yeah, I met one of your kids.
When?
9 years ago.
Where?
On this ship.
Why were you...
It's not a short story.
Look, I don't care how long it is. Tell me, please, what happened here?
Fine, I'll tell you. But... And then... that was when... From there, it looked like... just as if... finally... That's all I remember from 9 years ago.
Oh my god. Everything I've been looking for the last 9 years. The person who had all the answers was right here.
Looking for?
Yes, that's right. 9 years ago, my daughters disappeared. Then 9 days later, they came back.
Always with the
They
nines.
told me what happened to them over those 9 days. I took them to the doctor, but I was told they hadn't been hurt in any way. Still, I was sure that they had been through something terrible. So I couldn't bring myself to force them to talk about it. If I did, then I'd force them to relive whatever horrors they'd been through. I didn't have any choice. I had to try and ignore it and move on.
Oh.
A few months passed. Gradually, they started to act like they always had, before they disappeared. They smiled and made jokes and did all the silly things kids do. It got harder and harder for me to ask them about what happened. How could I ask them to remember that? Eventually, I knew there was no way I could do it. But I'm still a mother. I couldn't simply forget that something terrible had happened to my children. So I decided I would investigate what happened on my own. I would find out what happened during those 9 missing days.
What did you find out?
Nothing. The police pretended to be concerned, But they didn't do anything. Once the 16 children who'd gone missing came back, things were just... Even the media didn't talk about what had happened.
All 16?
I figured someone was probably paying or threatening them to keep their mouths shut.
Cradle Pharmaceuticals. No, probably something even bigger than that.
Cradle Pharmaceuticals.
Have you heard of them before?
No. It's the first time I've ever heard that name. 7. How did you find out that Cradle Pharmaceuticals was connected to the kidnappings in the first place?
I figured finding out whatever the victims had in common would lead me to the culprit. That's what any...
What did they have in common?
That's what any good cop does. Okay, so curious.
Every single one of the kids who disappeared had gone to this one hospital at some point. The hospital was one of a bunch that were under the control of Cradle Pharmaceuticals. After that, it was just about connecting the dots.
The hospital.
The hospital.
And for a while, I was trying to get some kind of information out of the kids at the hospital. One of them told a weird story.
What was it?
Have you heard about the Gansfeld experiment? I guess all these kids had to go through it while they were at the hospital. I think it was passed off as some sort of counseling.
What did you call it again?
Oh, the Gansfeld experiment. This is how it's set up. First, subjects Q and A are put into separate rooms, far away from one another. Then a series of video images are shown to subject Q, who is told to send the images to subject A by thinking about them. Subject A, on the other hand, is put in a large reclining chair and given a blindfold. With their senses cut off, A is asked to guess what images Q is looking at.
Oh, yes, I've heard of that. It's a famous telepathy experiment, isn't it?
Telepathy again.
Telepathy. That's how the experiment on this ship was supposed to work.
The experiment to control people, right?
Yeah. I don't know if any of the telepathy stuff really exists. But maybe someone from Cradle Pharmaceuticals bought into it.
Even if that is the case, I still don't get how that has anything to do with any of this. The notary game, Zero, why we were kidnapped. What does any of that have to do with telepathy? I know I brought all this up, but I have no idea. Maybe none of this stuff is connected after all.
No subject has been detected. Unless a subject is detected within 60 seconds, all power will be shut down.
The game's like, yo, move it.
System recovery is estimated to take 1 hour. If you wish to proceed with the experiment, please seat subject in the restraining device.
Whoa, that doesn't sound good.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going.
Yeah, we don't have an hour.
Oh, no, that's not what we...
Just hurry up and get it over with. Junpei, I'm counting on you.
Right. Lotus, please, tell me right away if you feel anything weird.
You worry too much. Now get on with it and be a man, or June's gonna leave you.
Lotus. Okay, let's do this.
Okay, we probably have to match the thing. Oh, there's 2 different settings. Oh boy. Okay. changing too many variables. Okay. Two. Doesn't seem to add anything on that side, but it adds stuff on that side. 2 and 1. 1 there. Just 1 over there. One and 2 here. 2 and 3 there. 1 and 1 here. 1 over here. 1 there. Up. Okay. 1 there. 4 there. 2 there. 3 there. Okay. All those need to be lit. So like that. Ugh, even with the hints, it's not really helping that much. Okay, there's too many on the top in this configuration, so if we switch that back to 1, it should fix it, yeah. And if we do it like that. Why is that one 7 and that one 6? That makes no dang sense. There's one of these that only added one, yeah. Calm down, Junpei. Just look at it carefully, alright? First off, the number of blocks ain't gonna change. All it's gonna change is the shape. Just like in the first game, you gotta match your pointy blocks to the ones up top. You know how to figure out how many blocks change with each switch? Yeah, turn everything off, then just do one switch at a time, right? Close enough. You just gotta pay attention to how many blocks change. Alright, Junpei, it looks like you've gotta match the number of pointed blocks. You can rotate it to the left and right, but the switches work a little different. Just focus on how many blocks are changed when you press the switch. So in all intents and purposes, there are 8 switches. Suck my brain. Alright, I'm probably gonna have to take notes or something on this. And, meet you guys back here next time for Let's Play 999 Zero Escape Nonary Games thing. 9 persons, 9 hours, 9 doors. Or, close enough. So yeah, I'm gonna probably take some notes on this, figure out how to solve this, and yeah, okay? Alright, awesome. Until then, later guys.